A bowl of water.
Yeah, I'm British. How'd you know?
Hi guys, my name is ASSYL and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, today we are going to talk about hustle YouTubers. You know, I have seen so many videos of this 1 week challenge or like 1 month challenge or something like that, of them trying to learn how to sing, of them trying to follow someone's diet, of them trying to do something, to start a business, to start this. And I decided to make a video of not 1 week, not 2 weeks, not 3 weeks, not 1 month, but a 3 month video challenge, I guess, on hustle YouTubers and how I followed them and basically listen to their advice or listen to their kind of motto in life, whatever. So don't forget to subscribe and let's get into it. YouTuber number 1, none other than Gary Vee himself. This guy is literally father of hustle culture of modern day. This guy has been motivating people for at least 8 years. And I've known this guy for a very long time. It's just his content never clicked to me because I thought it was just very effortless. I thought it was just not for me. But since I decided to kind of like do this challenge like 3-4 months ago, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him a chance, and I started looking into his videos, LinkedIn posts, Twitter, Instagram, whatever he had. So basically, Mr. Gary Vee preaches of hustle, like he is the definition of the hustle. Like his motto, if you're in your 20s, then you should be working 24/7. You should be living with your parents. You should be making content. You should be working. You should be studying. You should be doing everything. You shouldn't have a break. You shouldn't have a personal life, because he believes you should work in your 20s as much as you could, so later in life it will get easier, I guess. And he's keep talking about his personal history when he was like 22 and they opened the winery with his parents or with his dad, and he's been working day and night doing marketing, like managing the store and like stuff like that. So that's basically, I basically described all of his content in like 10 seconds, so you're welcome. And if I'm being totally honest with you, his personality was far from likable in my personal opinion since the very first video of him. There are different reasons for them, but one of the main reasons is basically him keeps saying that you shouldn't have a life in your 20s, and I simply just don't agree with it. Like I'm sorry, I don't agree with that, and I will probably never agree until the end of my 20s. I will never agree with that. Maybe after that, but as I'm living my 20s, I feel like I can have an opinion. He keeps saying you should work hard, you should work hard, you should work hard, you should achieve this, you should make content every second of your life, you should do this, you should do that, like make content, work. And it's like, where are you gonna get your energy from? Just because you're young doesn't mean you're energetic. Like you can have a lot of things going on in your life. Some people just don't live with their parents, like that's a thing. And like they keep saying, oh, you should live with your parents, as if most people live with their parents, as if most people don't move from their like towns, cities, villages to like bigger cities to make a career, so that's why they have to pay rent. But there's one thing that I want to say. A lot of people saying that like that is the American thing, like working until you like die, you should work and stuff like that. Yeah, these people who say that clearly have not met a person from Soviet Union. If you have met a person from Soviet Union, you know what I'm saying. Those are OG hustlers. OG hustlers. If y'all think an average New Yorker is a hustler, you have not seen Soviet Union person at all. You can never make these people happy, because these are my parents, these are my grandparents, these are my uncles and aunts, these are my people. These are my people, literally I'm surrounded by them all day long. And let me tell you, if you have a car, if you have an apartment, if you have a house, if you have a family, and you're well educated, you're still, that's like the bare minimum. Like if you're not meeting those things, like you're failing at life basically. Like what are you even doing? You should have at least a summer house. You should not be happy if you have everything. Like that's the sign of wealth. Like if you have everything, like your eyes shouldn't show a sign of livability, if that's even a word. But I have to give a credit where credit is somehow due. It kind of worked. I'm not gonna lie. When you start thinking about all this stuff, like, oh shit, like you're watching this video and you're thinking about these videos, you're cooking and thinking about it, and I'm like, shit, I just spent 1 hour on cooking when I just should have spent 1 hour on studying. And I'm a full-time worker and I'm a part-time student. And on top of that, now I learn French literally 3 times a day at 6 a.m. till 7 a.m. I don't know how it happened, but I enrolled 2 weeks ago. I don't regret it so far, but shit, I have now more anxiety than I ever had before. Because managing all of this stuff to do, and you should have a personal life, it's pretty fucking hard. Anyways, YouTuber number 2. Is it a coincidence that the second person on this list is also a person from Soviet Union? Does it now make sense? Hustle, Soviet Union, hustle, Soviet Union, hustle, Soviet Union. Mr. Sir Andrei Jikh? Like, I'm sorry if you're Andrei, I'm so sorry. I feel like so far, in terms of value, this guy brought me the most value. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this guy brought me literally the most value, because this guy is basically talking about personal finance. That's his thing. And most of the stuff that he's talking about in terms of finance is cryptocurrencies. And because of this guy, I kind of learned what is even a cryptocurrency. And because I learned what is even cryptocurrency, or at least having like a slight idea of that, I invested in this. And so far, like, it's been great. I'm not gonna lie, it's been great. So in February 2021, literally, so 2 months ago, like after 1 month after watching him, I decided to put $200 into Ethereum. If y'all been following the news, you know that Ethereum went literally... I'm happy. I mean, later I invested more in that, but now I'm just like looking at the gains and I'm very much so happy. I'm very much so happy. I'm very much so happy because being broke is not fun. When you see something adding in your bank account and not literally going away from it, it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. Like, it feels really good. Because seeing how rent is going, utilities are going, gas, water, hydro, you see your French classes going, university, you see your literally like food, like everyday stuff going from your bank account. It's not fun. Just looking at it is not fun. So when this guy just actively was like, oh, you should invest in this, you should invest in this, you should invest in this, it was saying, with a disclaimer that I'm not a personal finance guy, so don't listen to me that much. But like, that's what he's basically saying. Invest in Ethereum. I did, and I don't regret. So thank you, Andrei, whatever you want to say your name is. The guy number 3, Mr. Graham Stephan himself. When I watch his videos, I feel less stressed. I feel less irritated. I feel less worried, but I feel a bit more jealous. I'm not gonna freaking lie, you guys. I feel a bit more jealous. I wish I could own real estate. That is not happening in at least next 5 years, and that is just not. It's been written. It's not happening. But after days and days of like watching him, about learning about it, I at least got an idea of what is even real estate, and I feel like that's a good thing. Real estate is one of those things. It's so freaking hard to understand to people. Like, I know everyone's saying it's so easy, when in reality, like, so many people that I know just have no clue what is even real estate. Before that, I didn't even know. Like, when I was like 14, 15, I had no clue what does that word even mean. I was like, real estate, like, it's being real. It did make sense to me. But this guy kind of explained me of the thing called subleasing, renting your stuff, and like people getting like paying rent and basically paying off your mortgage, and like that's how, I guess, like modern society works, and that's how people make millions nowadays. And I'm not personally a fan of that system. I feel like that system is anti-regular people, and everything anti-regular people, I just don't like it. But besides that, this guy also taught me maybe I shouldn't spend that much money on clothing, even though I literally didn't spend that much money on clothing before. And that maybe you shouldn't pay for everyone at restaurants, cafes, or even for coffee. Yeah, now I just realized now I'm cheapskate. I'm literally cheap now. Also, you know what? I'm okay with it. The guy called Meet Kevin. I have never been this stressed in my life while watching someone's videos. Like, I have literally never been this stressed. This guy and his live streams and amount of videos he puts out is honestly scary. And it's pretty realistic. I don't like when people say it's not realistic. It's very much so realistic, but it's just scary. Like imagine being subscribed to this guy and you want to see other people's content, but you only see his content coming out and you just naturally, I guess, press on because that's all you have in your feet. And now I just look at how NASDAQ opens, how NASDAQ closes. I just look at this stuff and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what am I doing here? It just literally addicted me to it. What am I freaking doing here? Like, I'm so far from this kind of stuff. It's a rich people shit. And what I'm doing here, I don't know. But what I learned from this guy, y'all, I did start investing. If y'all didn't see the video I already made, I feel like maybe a month ago or so, how to not invest, or like how idiots invest, or whatever it's called. But it was not because of him. At least I got a sort of an idea of like how, I guess, like it works. I'm still not fully sure, but at least with him I kind of saw like dips. Am I speaking stock language now? I saw dips, like slight dips like this. Like, so if this is a stock graph or whatever, you don't want to invest here, you want to invest here. Like, people try to time it even though you shouldn't actually time it, but this guy tries to time it, so let's give that. And because of that, I didn't invest in February like I wanted to, so I invested a bit later when it like started kind of going down. So I'm so bad at it. Like, I shouldn't be a financial person at all, but I'm just trying to say I didn't lose any money, so that's good. That's good. And the very last person on this, I feel like we are the closest by age. It feels even worse saying that. Nate O'Brien. This guy is probably the chillest one of them. Like, his videos are very simple. I don't have like a huge opinion on this guy, but the reason I include him in this hustle YouTubers, because to me, hustle is basically literally you should work more, you should study more, you should invest more, you should cut your food more, you should basically try harder in your life to succeed. That's what I'm basically is hustle to me, and this guy definitely falls into it. And the one thing I'm grateful for this guy is grocery bill. Like, I literally did cut my grocery bill after I saw his video like about grocery bill or something. After I saw a video of him buying his groceries, I was like, this guy's literally making millions and he's eating like that. Why am I over here eating beef? I should be starving. I should be eating veggies. I should be eating... And now I eat broccoli. Frozen broccoli is my side dish for every single lunch. Like, people don't believe when I say this, but if y'all been working with me for past 4 months, every single day from Monday to Friday, I eat broccoli. This guy taught me that you shouldn't spend money, you shouldn't spend time, and you definitely shouldn't spend that much effort into cooking. He also kind of gave me more of an idea on stocks, and that maybe I should look into more of less risky and Vanguard ETFs. That's basically all of my portfolio is Vanguard ETFs. And if you don't know what's Vanguard and if you don't know what's ETFs, then I highly recommend watching his channel, because he basically kind of explains what are those stuff. My English is so horrible. To sum up, I would say that my anxiety level was here before I started watching these guys. Now my anxiety level is here, and that's because of me. I'm just that type of person. But I would say my personal finance have definitely gotten so much more better, because now, before that, you know how broke people, like, we usually know every single dollar in our bank account. If you would wake me up at night, I would tell you my exact bank balance, like till the last 3 digits, I would tell you. And what I learned, rich people also do that. Like, rich people also do that, but they do that by thinking of how to allocate those assets in their bank account, basically. Like, they're not thinking of just keeping it there, they're trying to like use it. And that's how I just learned this approach from these people, that I should maybe just use my like little pennies on something. I shouldn't go to Starbucks, even though I didn't really go to Starbucks. I'm invested in cryptocurrency and stocks. Like, if you said that a year ago to me, I would think you're crazy, because I really couldn't even understand the concept of cryptocurrencies. And now I own Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, which is literally freaking crazy. And I still can't wrap my... Even though it's pennies to people, like, the fact that I do have some of those stuff, like something is kind of like is there, makes me feel so much prouder of myself. Like, these guys were literally on my page, For You page, subscription page, all day long. That was pretty much the only content I was consuming, and that is the outcome. And looking at the outcome is kind of good, I would say, in terms of money, in terms of education, in terms of work. I feel like I improved my performance. I'm speaking some like weird language here. But I would say in terms of my like mental health, in terms of my sleep, and in terms of my just like hobbies, like literal just hobbies, yeah, I feel like it got worse because if they're not producing me something, I feel like it's kind of useless. If I'm not getting something out of it, for me, it seems less attractive now. And I am now at this moment trying to deal with it because I don't want it to be that way. I want to draw, I want to swim, I want to walk. Like, I want to do all of those stuff without feeling bad that I'm not studying, working, or literally making content. I am genuinely grateful for this, guys. If you would ask me, no one's fucking gonna ask you, ASSYL. But if someone would ask me if I would continue watching these people, I would say definitely. Especially that Andrei guy. I don't know what he does for life. I don't know what is his thing besides YouTube. I would definitely follow that path. Like, I would definitely try to be more careful with my personal assets. Like, I keep speaking the language they're speaking now. Like, wow, I feel maybe I'm gonna love minimalism now. What's this rich people obsession with minimalism? Look, someone has to explain me because I don't really fully get it. Like, I feel like minimalism became a thing of rich people now. Like, I don't get it. Like, how does it even work? They have so much money and you don't want to buy anything. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video. And they also taught me this. You should say, please share, subscribe, and comment and like this video. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.